What's up YouTube, Dow here from Zephyr War Games, and today I'm going to be answering the question of Ghost from the Past 2, the second haunting, to buy or not to buy. So, Ghost from the Past 2, the second haunting, drops on our shores in our shops this Thursday, and it also officially released on Friday the 5th of May. So, with you trying to save your money with Defo coming out in 2 weeks time, technically next week for the pre-release as well, is Ghost from the Past 2 a to-buy set or a to-pass set? Should you be going for singles, should you be going for the mini tuck boxes, or should you be going bigger? Well, I'm going to take you through all of the reprints that we know with inside the set, as well as the Ghost Rares and their current values as they sit today on pre-order prices. So, Ghost from the Past 2, let's start off with the basic minimum. Each Ghost from the Past mini tuck box contains 4 5-card packs. Each card within the pack is ultra rare unless your back one is replaced by an extremely rare Ghost Rare card. So for those of you that don't know what Ghost Rares are, where have you been? Check them out. They are my personal favourite rarity, whereas they do have kind of like a 3D effect. Each of those mini tuck boxes retail from anywhere from $11.99 to $12.99, around about $15 US. In a box, you get 5 of those mini tuck boxes, which retail around about £60, which works out about $70. A case contains 10 of those boxes, totaling up to, I believe, about 400 single packs. Why is that relevant to you guys? Well, from the openings we have seen so far, it seems that on average you are getting 2 ghosts per case. Now the ghosts range from anything from £400 with Dark Magician Girl and Blue Eyes White Dragon, all the way down to about £80 with Ra Sphere Mode, Eye of Timaeus, and of course Red Dragon Archfiend. Even lower as time proceeds. You've also got the middle cards looking at Dark Arm Dragon, Cyber Dragon, Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon, Red Eyes Black Dragon as well. So if you are a ghost hunter, it's something that you might want to consider. When you look at case values, the case values retail for about £400 to about $500 US, $450 US. When you look at the pull rates, if you get the 2 worst ghosts, you're going to be negging out by 200. If you get the 2 best ghosts, you're going to be plussing from about £400 to £500, which is absolutely crazy. Then you look at the reprints. Of course, this does bring the most highly anticipated reprint of course, Aluba, the Jester of Despia. So this is going to follow on for the success of the Albaz Strike structure decks, where you are definitely going to be needing this card. However, the basically missing pieces of Branded Opening and Despia Quinteris, more so Branded Opening, does mean that a super rare from Dawn of Majesty is hitting the heights of about £20 per copy. When you consider that they should be reprinted in the Megateens due out in August, it's up to you whether you feel that you can wait or buy. Now the Aluba reprints we have seen so far, it seems that they are becoming out 1 a display, which ultimately leads to about 10 a case. It could be a lot less, it could be a lot more, depending on the different regions and the ratio pulls. You then look at, of course, the Agent structure deck, which was crammed into this set, just like the Dragonities were for the past Ghost set as well. Now the Agents cards are all about £1 each, they are not huge amounts of value, so you should be able to pick them up relatively cheaply. We then look at the imports. Now we look at stuff like the Heat Soul, the DDD Vice Raccoon King, you've also got the Crystal Beast Dragon as well, alongside other cards like Elemental Hero Kluger and other cards on top of that. They currently sit on anywhere from £3 to £10 on Tier 0 games, so again, they are not huge value for a single. When you break it down to the value in a pack, when you consider that a lot of the cards from in the set are going to be about 99p, if not less, so let's say they are either £1 or $1 per card. Now when you open up a mini tuck box, you are going to be getting at least 20 cards. No, exactly 20 cards. If you were to sell each of those at £1 a piece, you'd be getting £20 from your initial £13 investment. Keep in mind, this is by selling every single card. If you were to pull a ghost, you are going to get mass amounts of profit from the small margin that you have purchased into. If you were to get an Aluba from your single tuck box, which is slightly difficult, again, you're going to be able to have a very easy sell, and it means you've got 19 cards to use or make profit of. So ultimately, when you boil it down to the core components of this set, it really comes down to, do you want a little or a lot? If you want a lot from this set, my personal opinion would be to buy a single tuck box and then buy the remainder in singles. If you're hunting ghost rares, you kind of want to be buying a case in order to get a guaranteed of near enough 2 ghost rares. But like I said, unless you get the 2 best ghost rares, you're going to be better off buying the singles. So it kind of comes down to, if the ghost rares were balanced with 1 big card, 1 little card, then it's always going to be worth buying a case. You've got all the little, the ultra rare cards in between that you can sell on and make a bit of money back off of it that way. The way I kind of see it is, if you're looking for an Aluba, you could go and invest in one display box, which will retail for about £60. If you get an Aluba, they're currently going for about £25 to £30 on the UK eBay. You're then looking at about a £30 neg, which will come in the form of the other ultra rares, or hopefully that lucky ghost rare. If you're hunting ghost rares, you're going to be looking to buy at least a case. At least that way the case would guarantee you 2 ghost rares. So whether you open up absolutely everything and then sell the singles, or whether you kind of try to sell and go from there, is entirely up to you. So it means the bigger the cards you want, the bigger the investment you're going to have to put into sealed product. Me personally, I would probably say, if I was a ghost hunter, which I currently am, I would buy a case, open up the entire case, get my 2 ghost rares, and then sell the singles in order to fund the rest of the ghost rares that I'd be looking to get. Putting my fingers crossed that I pull either one of the high chase cards, being Blue Eyes White Dragon or Dark Magician Girl, both sitting at about £400 each at this current moment in time. I do expect them to slightly come down in price, because from what I have seen, some of the pre-release of the Ghost have been some terrible production value. There are a lot of dotted spots all over the cards themselves when you move them in the holographic light, which is a massive shame. I haven't seen any with huge scratches over the front as of yet, all coming from factory damage, but it does kind of take you back a little bit. If you're trying to get like a graded 10 and your card's got imperfections throughout the artwork that you can't really do anything with, it does make it drop in significantly in value. If you're looking for stuff small wise, so if you're like, oh, well, I really want to upgrade my 10 or I really want to get the agent deck, again, I would say buy 1 tuck box from your local store. If you wanted to, you could go to 2 or 3, and then that would give you a free Lost Art promo card, and then trade off or sell the remaining ultras to get the other bits you need. Because the cards themselves, if you are looking for agents, 10 or general upgrades for Plunder Patrol as well, they are all relatively cheap. You're looking at about £1 to £2 per card, and off the back of that as well, you still have stuff like Heat Soul, the Kluger, and all of those other cards that could be traded at a higher value than the minimum. So you could get like 10 Plunder Patrol cards for the 1 Kluger or the 1 Heat Soul, or the 1 Borderland Dragon. And that is pretty much it. So Ghost from the Past, to buy it or not to buy it, well, it ultimately comes down to exactly what you want from it. If you only want 1 or 2 cards that are not Ghost Rares and not Aluba, buy 1 tuck box, see what you get, and then go and get the singles yourself. If you are after Ghost Rares, I would say buy a case worth in order to get 2 Ghost Rares to cut your chase down from 9 Ghost Rares to 7 Ghost Rares, and then sell all of the ultras in between, because by that point you should definitely be getting a Aluba of Despia to end up funding your Ghost Rares or trade into the remainder of the Ghost Rares. If you are after Aluba specifically, as you are only after 1 single card, I would probably say you're better off getting the singles. But if you're going for that 1 particular Aluba, you would have already had the branded openings and ready to play. If you are going to be holding back on the branded stuff, I would wait a little bit, wait for the Alubas to drop in price as more and more of this product has been opened, buy the single or copy of Aluba for about £20, maybe even £15, fingers crossed if you're lucky, and then pretty much go from there on top of that. Anyway, I hope you have found this video informative and helpful to kind of break down exactly what you're going to be seeing in Ghost from the Past. We will be doing an opening as well as doing some profiles following the release of Ghost from the Past. You still have fossils, you've got ghost tricks, you've got DDDs, you've also then of course got the agents as well as Alubas or basically Despias, and then of course Plunder Patrols. So depending on what you're looking for, we will try to have it here for you. As absolutely always, guys, please stay safe, smash that like button, hit that notification bell, and above all else, happy dueling.